Hello there, my name is Anthony Barocas for StreamTech. When doing a live production, crew communications is the most important thing. Being able to tell what camera to point at where, to follow what. You got to be able to have that clear crew communications. You can do this via various wireless and wired ways, and today I'm going to be talking about the Hollyland Solidcom SE. The Hollyland Solidcom SE is a new system out from Hollyland. It's kind of a lower budget. It's limited to 5 headsets or less in the package that you buy. It works on 2.4 gigahertz, and I have a set right here. First, a bit of disclosure. Hollyland sent these to me for review. I did not pay for them. I don't get to keep them. I'll be returning them when I'm done. There's no other connection between me and Hollyland for this video. That said, I have to say I am generally impressed with the Hollyland Solidcom system. This is the Solidcom SE. I was given the remote and one master. I actually kind of really like the little leatherette they've got going on up here. It looks better. I mean, technically this is the same, but makes it easy to see the master, whereas I have an older EarTech system and all of my headsets are the same, including the master. So I had to put like colored tape on top to let me know what is what. Now, these are different than the 1.9 gigahertz DECT systems. This is a 2.4 gigahertz system, meaning it operates at a higher frequency, a much higher frequency, which is like Wi-Fi. And if you've moved away from your wireless hotspot, you know that it only kind of reaches so far. Now, these systems have various technologies to make it reach a little bit further and be more reliable, plus being for voice communication as opposed to a massive amount of data like video and things like that, that's able to utilize a forward error correction technology so that it's able to get the voice across in a clear manner, even if all the packets aren't making it there. The 1.9 gigahertz is nice for the reduced congestion, because you have to think, if you're using 2.4 gigahertz mice and you use a 2.4 gigahertz system, and then you want to add a 2.4 gigahertz wireless video camera, and then you want to have Bluetooth headsets going on with whatever, you know, that's a lot being pushed on 2.4 gig. And eventually things are going to collide. You're raising the noise level of so many things all trying to communicate on the same frequency. And these systems are not IP, you know, they are not like Ethernet and computer communications, whereby if you do NDI, NDI is traveling along the network on the network frequencies, but it's doing it via packetized data, so that it has a system where if two of them try to talk at the same time, you know, they both stop, pick a random number, and then try again. So one goes first and then the other one. These systems don't care what else is going on those frequencies. They don't care. And when you add a wireless video system, like whether it be Hollyland or Axon or whoever, they don't care either. They're just going to take a swath of frequencies. They're going to shove a whole bunch of data, and it's just going to be this massive wall of noise taking up multiple channels that these things are trying to use at the same time for their little packets, and the Rode microphones are trying to use for their little packets. None of them care what else is going on, and it can get kind of hairy where it's like, oh, I just used this last week and I was able to talk a football field away. Now I can't talk to the guy next to me. That's how it works. That is really how it works. So the system they sent me was one master headset and one remote headset, and that comes with the charger, the multi-bay charger, where you just drop these in. Interestingly, the charger is USB-C, so you're able to even recharge your batteries in the field if you have a big battery bank as well. So you can take the power out of your battery bank and stick it into these little batteries, battery to battery charging, essentially. It also comes with this nice big kind of hard shell carry case to protect your headsets while in transport. I really like that, and I kind of feel that more manufacturers should look to this type of packaging for everything, really. Just build it so this is your shipping case, so that when the person who's going to be using it gets this, they can take off whatever paper surround or just paper packaging around it, recycle that, and then this, the actual hard shell that's going to be protecting it all the time, can be used on a day-to-day basis for usage with the handle. So you put this in your cart and you take it out onto the set and you put it back in your cart. I think everybody should be doing that. I like that they make it very clear this is the master headset. These are remote headsets, and the master talks to many remotes. Now, that leads to one critical part of how you use the system. The master headset, being the one that all the other devices communicate through, needs to be in a place where all the other headsets can see it, so that you don't want to have this master headset. Oh, I'm the director, I need the master headset. But the director is going to be in the truck, and all the other cameras are out and about and everywhere. That's not really going to help crew communications, to have the furthest camera have to communicate into the truck to go back out to the person next to them. It makes more sense for this to go on whoever might be centrally located. So as opposed to being over here and putting the master way over here in the truck, have the master headset be centrally located so that it's easily reached by all of the cameras in the field. That's a great way to use these type of systems, and something to think about when you deploy something like this. I accidentally bought 2 Hollyland Solidcoms. One pair set have 1 master each, thinking you connect master to remote, and then I can have 1 master, 3 slave headset. Found out you cannot convert Hollyland master. No, you cannot convert a master to a slave, but you can move. I don't want to say slave. You can move remote headsets between masters. So when I purchased this system off of another production company that I was working with, they had purchased 2 kits and they had way more than they needed. So they wanted to use the hub. Well, I purchased the master headset from them, and then I purchased a couple remote headsets and paired them to my master from their setup. So that way I have 3, a double and a single, and they have a mixture as well. So the remotes can be moved between master headsets, but a master is a master. This is basically your repeater, and a repeater cannot be a remote. A repeater is always the master. So these things can move. Oh, I'm working with this client today. I'm working with that client another day. I'm working with this client today. The remotes can change, but not the master. No. Now, the headsets are all basically the same. The difference between master and remote is the technology, not the headset itself. They all work exactly the same. You can see I've got the battery in this one. There's a little battery release on the bottom, and it pops out with a spring. I do find these are very stiff, but it's probably just because these are brand new. So it is a multi-point connection in here. You just pop it in, and now this is powered. It also has a power switch, so putting the battery in does not automatically make it turn on. You actually have to turn the unit on. Then you've got a couple buttons here. You've got a push to talk if you need to do that. You've got a volume up and then a volume down. This other little dot over here is a microphone, but you already have a microphone here. The reason you have 2 different microphones is because the system is using noise cancellation. Whatever ambient noise that's all around the area, let's just say you're in a stadium or you're in a conference room, there's a lot of people talking, that sound is hitting this microphone and this microphone. But your voice is only hitting this microphone here. So what happens is you take this, you invert it, and you feed it into this, and it cancels out all of this audio. This and this cancel each other out. The only thing left is your voice, and that's a great way to do it. Right here, you can see there's a green light which says that it's up and running. This is only visible to you. It's not visible to anyone else. And it's got a little repositionable gooseneck here, which makes it easy to be up high or down low or wherever you want it. The windscreen helps to avoid pops and banging and everything. But when you're wearing it and you get it all adjusted to your head, you're going to want to put the microphone as close as possible to your mouth. So you're going to want to swing this in. As you can see, this is out kind of far. It doesn't angle in So all the angling in happens right here with the gooseneck, but I still feel you can get it pretty close. And if you're like me and you got a beard or something like that, you don't want it so close that you're, that it's rustling against the microphone. You want to have it a little bit further away. But you do want to have it as close as possible so that your microphone can be, or your own speaking audio can be isolated. Here you can see a close-up of the microphone. You can't just pull this windscreen off. They actually made it so that there is little angled pieces inside of the foam that will hold the microphone in there, or hold the windscreen on, and I think that's pretty good. Here you can see the microphone element, but most of the noise cancellation is going to happen with the other microphone that's on the headset itself. Now, it does have a push to talk here, but also it's operationally very similar to other headsets like the EarTech headsets that have been out for well over a decade. When you swing it up, the microphone is off. When you swing it down, the microphone is on. Also, it swings in both directions, so whether you like to have the earphone or the headset on the left or the right, you can set this to where you like to use it and then use the microphone appropriately. I wanted to show you a key thing. When you swing this headset up, as you swing it, it clicks and now it goes red. Not that you're really going to be able to see that because it's beside your head, but as you swing it down, it goes green. The angle indicates that now that microphone is off. As I mentioned, there's an on-off switch here, and if in the field, there's also a Type-C power input here, so you can actually recharge a specific headset or keep it going longer with external power, which is also a very nice feature for those that might need that capability. The Solidcom also came with a sticker pack. I only have 2 headsets, so it only came with 2, but this way you can have, you can indicate what the headset is right on the side of the headset. You can see that one is master, and this one is already pre-labeled with 1. So that this way, if you need to reassign a headset or for whatever reason, you can put a different sticker on that headset so that you can know, so-and-so gets 1, so-and-so gets 2, so-and-so gets 3, and that way you can distribute them, or you can add another sticker on the other side. For English language speakers, the headset also has English language status prompts, including when you first turn them on, they will tell you, connected. It'll give you these prompts, disconnected, unmuted, muted. Also, there's a low battery indication and a ding when when you're turning it up to try and make it louder. It'll ding when you reach the maximum volume to let you know there's no more there. I prefer this as opposed to just random sounds that you kind of have to memorize what means what, and then whoever you give it to on the next gig, whatever camera operators you hire, then you have to instruct them with the different dings and clicks, and having actual words, connected. At least in the English language version, having actual words to tell you what the status is, I find to be much better. That way there's no learning curve for the person that you need to use it with. Overall, the build quality is quite good. You can also see the front has some padding right here on top to keep the headset from, hunkering down on top of your head. There's padding on the side here, although it is quite squishy. And then you've got the ear cup as well. So there's padding all around, but having used wireless headsets like these for many years, I find after a couple hours, there's really no headset that's going to be perfect because of the squeezing nature of it. It's always pushing in, and after 2, 4, 6 hours, you're moving this around trying to find better pressure points, or you switch ears with it so that this ear cup is now on this side and this pressure point is now over here. So you're finding ways to address the fact that when you take this off, this is what the headset's trying to get to. It's really got a lot of squeeze to it. But that is common among all headsets. You're really not going to find a system that doesn't have that. And I think by and large, it's on par with the other systems out there. In conclusion, I think the Hollyland Solidcom SE is a good entry into the market of wireless intercom systems. 2.4 gig allows different flexibility than a DECT system. It gives you the ability to power the systems built with the built-in USB-C. It's got a power switch on there. It has the active noise cancellation. It's got a little LED light to confirm to you that it is on and working visibly when you're wearing the headset. So with those added features, I think the Hollyland Solidcom SE would be a good addition to anyone that needs a nice small intercom system. My name is Anthony Barocas for Stream Tech. Thanks for watching.